Hi there, welcome to another video from Hegarty Maths. It's Mr. Hegarty here, and in this video we're talking about graphs and algebraic proportion. So I want to start with graphs you already know. You should already know how to draw some of these graphs, like a cubic, a reciprocal, a linear graph, etc. Could you pause the video and double check you could try and match each of these equations to the graph it might be? Now, I've actually been a little sneaky here. I haven't taught you all of these, but you should be able to work them out. A straight line through the origin. That is of the form y equals mx plus c, where c is 0. So it must be a form like this, mustn't it? Y equals kx. Y and x are related to each other in that way. That is always a straight line. Now this graph here, that shape is a parabola. That always comes from an x squared graph. So it must be y is equal to some number x squared. Kx squared. Now this one you should know is a cubic graph. Okay, so it's of that form there. And this one I've also taught you, it's the reciprocal graph, the 1 over x graph, or in this case say some number over x. Now that leaves us with these two here, and I haven't actually taught you what that one looks like or what that one looks like. But if I threw a problem like that at you and said draw that graph, I'd expect you to do a table of values, okay, for all x values and y values, pick some sensible x values, work out the y values for that, and then try and plot it. Imagine k was some number like 1, let's say. Just imagine k was 1, and then you could do that. And you could easily establish which of these graphs it would be. Okay. Now, if you had to guess without doing all that, I would say the over x squared graph, the k over x squared graph, looks like 1 over x graph, a little bit like that, other than it's got another part to it over here. So you would have to guess that that is the k over x squared graph like that, which leaves you with this one here being the root x graph like that. Alright, so that's quite important for us in this particular video. That's all we're going to be using, knowledge of this. I'd expect you to know a straight line through the origin is of the form y equals kx. I would expect you to know a parabola like this, a U shape through the origin, is y equals kx squared. I would expect you to know a shape like this through the origin 0, 0 is of the form y is kx cubed. Now this one here, the reciprocal graph, it doesn't go through the origin, but I'd expect you to know that graph because I've taught that graph to you in prior sections in algebra, and from now on I need you to try and familiarize yourself with these two graphs and what they look like. Alright, so learn these two. Anyway, let's get on and do some questions and link this into proportion. Pause the video and have a go if you can do it. Now it says here y is proportional to the square of x. So we can extrapolate from that y is proportional to x squared. So therefore y must be of the form kx squared for some constant k. Now, which of the following could be the graph demonstrating the relationship between y and x? Well, if the graphs are y equals some number x squared, it's got to be that one there. So this here must be our option in this case. And we're done. Next one, pause the video, have a go. Now that sign there means y is directly proportional to x cubed, so therefore y must be of the form kx cubed. You've just got to be able to recognize the cubic graph through the origin, and it's going to be that one there. So this is the graph that could represent that, and we're done. Next one, pause the video, have a go. Y is directly proportional to x means y is of the form y equal kx for our constant of proportionality k. So therefore, if we were to plot y against x, it would be a straight line through the origin, so it must be this one here. Y is inversely proportional to the square of x. So we should be able to state from this one y is inversely proportional to 1 over x squared. Y is therefore equal to k over x squared, and I've just shown you what that graph looks like. That graph there, it looks like this. Next one. Well, y is inversely proportional to x. Y is therefore directly proportional to 1 over x, so y is equal to k over x like that. And you should know that graph. That graph there looks like this, and we're done. Last one, pause the video, have a go. Y is directly proportional to the square root of x, so therefore y must be of the form k multiplied by root x, which I showed you earlier on is of that form. Okay, and that's really it for this video. I just wanted you to be able to link the proportional relationship to these graphs here, and they're the 6 most common graphs that will come up. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.